Hello everyone, my name is Hectic and welcome back to my channel. It's another GTA business guide for you guys, yes? Probably the last one in a little while, especially until I get my mic. I think there's one more that I'm going to do before I get into ones where I really have to stitch some things together and really explain some things, like the MC business. Has one of those, and then some of the other businesses I don't own every single business yet. I still have to own a few of those. So before I do the business guide on that, I'm going to own the businesses first. It makes also this gameplay footage a little bit better. But today, it's the bunker. Yes, the bunker. Most people consider, and this is considered a passive income. I think that it's more semi-passive income business in the game. Another one that you can run as either a CEO or MC president. Right now, let's get into it. So, how do you buy the bunker? Yes, there's very solo. It's definitely good for solo players, but recommended if sorry about it. Recommended if you do play with friends because of what I'm about to discuss. So you come to May's foreclosures. Let's stop bunker location. This one, unlike some of the other businesses that I said, will matter. This location will matter. I have the one that's free from Paleto Bay. No, actually, that's not the one that I own, but that's the one that's free for pretty much all people. I used to have that one before I switched it out for another one. Which, by the way, a little note, if you switch businesses, let's say you have that one and then you want to buy this one for 1.7, you have to reset up the business, which sucks. I wish I would just transfer over stuff to do that. So, yikes. It's basically like starting all over again, like you never had a bunker. Do not get the one in Paleto Bay. Why? Because when you do sell missions, and especially resupply, if you do those missions, you have to go all the way down into the city, then all the way back. That's a 7-mile drive. 6 to 7 miles guaranteed every single time. That sucks. Yes, don't get that one. The location, I would recommend maybe the Chumash bunker. And for selling, especially down in the city, that's about 4-ish miles. 3 to 4, maybe even 5. Not hideous at all within that one. I forget how much that is. Most of the bunkers are going to cost like 1.5 to about 2 million. Yep. Definitely worth getting. If you have this as your first business, if you're just starting out, pretty good. I'd recommend maybe the one for Fort Zancudo. Don't think that you, just like with the hangar, I don't think you get the wanted level if you have a bunker there. That's not a bad location. That one's not bad either. Farmhouse or the Chumash bunker are the only ones that I recommend. Not the Paleto Bay one. None of those out there. If you really absolutely want them close to like your MC businesses, you can get one in the Grand Senora Desert. Not hideous at all. Yep. That's not a hideous one at all. But that's the one that I have. So when you get in this one, what do you purchase here? I always say don't get cosmetic stuff. Don't get the bunker style. Personal quarters, I do recommend you get so you can spawn here because it's going to suck driving. This is one of the ones that you're not going to want to drive up here. Let me tell you. Yeah, especially when you're doing multiple business methods, just like I'm going to explain in this video. Yeah, it's going to suck trying to drive here. So out of all of which business is the most important to get personal quarters for? The bunker. Yes, definitely get it. Shooting range, that's definitely cosmetic. $740,000, by the way. Most wasteful stuff. I mean, if you want to practice aim, just go on Steam for download Aim Labs. That's free. Yeah, don't get this. Now, this is in-game money. That's good. Gun locker, same as the Clubhouse gun locker. I wouldn't recommend that. Transportation. I bought this just to just to troll within that. I thought that I was going to need it because I thought my things were more spread out, but I can run pretty fast. Now, only about 80,000. First one's 80,000, second one's 120,000. Not too bad if you want to do that. But personal quarters, if nothing else, definitely buy that. In fact, don't buy a bunker without buying personal quarters. Yes, I'm going to recommend you do that one. So now, let's get into the money-making methods. The main money that you're going to do after you set up, you have 3 bars here in the right-hand corner. Remember, I said you can access this as a CEO or MC president, doesn't matter. You have stock, you have research, you have supplies. Main ones you're going to worry about are stock and supplies. It works just like any business. You are going to buy supplies, or you can steal. God forbid you want to steal. Yes, it's free, but the supply missions are going to suck, and you have to steal at least 2 or 3 times, which involves going to the city. This is why you don't do Paleto Bay either, because it's also about the same with the setup. You have to drive about 5-ish miles to do, and for the stealing supply, just don't do it. If you do any steal mission, don't do it for the bunker. Yes, it sucks. So I would recommend always buying supplies within that, and then your thing will fill up. Yes, if you go to manage staff here, you can assign your staff to manufacturing, which will only produce stock, which you can then sell for money. Yes, you can assign it to research, which will level up your research bar. I've only done this with excess, like if my bar is barely full and like you have like $10,000 worth of stock in there, you can either leave it in there for the purposes for the nightclub or just assign it to research and you get a little bit more. Or you can generate both and assign staff to both. However, your stock level, how quickly you make stock will decrease because of that. I'll try to do 50-50 within that. I don't recommend doing that. Don't recommend doing research unless you have that excess stock. Because research, you can just fast track right now 135,000. Usually it's about 200,000, which will unlock things for vehicles or weapons. Yes, weapon skins, vehicle skins like mountain turrets and all of this stuff. I believe this even adds onto your resupplied or your sell vehicles as well. I believe that factors in. So not really worth doing, but once you get some of those armored vehicles in there, you're probably going to want one of these. Here's the little trick. Unless if you're like far with me and don't mind waiting and have a lot of money, fast track the research. Yes, but you do have to. I think once you do the research, you get only one of these per time. So yeah, not really worth it. A lot of the research. By the way, you can request a research mission from, I believe it's Agent 14 to do those, and it'll fill up your research bar. That's new with the Criminal Enterprises DLC. I do not recommend doing that. That's a waste of time. Just use it with the stock or the fast track. Yes, they're just waste of time to try to do that. Yep. So let's talk about that. Upgrades, equipment upgrades. I have this staff upgrade. I think this is about 395,000. This one's cut. I think this one might have been way low. I forget what the prices are of these, and this is the problem with me doing this is where I should have done research. Not too bad for doing this. Get the staff and equipment upgrade. For the first time with businesses, getting the staff upgrade, just like the MC businesses, it will improve a little bit of the overall value of the stock. And this one will not only improve overall value of the stock, but higher quality, so faster research and manufacturing times. Allow your supplies to stretch further. Security upgrade, you don't have to really worry about rating that. I don't recommend getting that. It's not like you're going AFK like at the nightclub, but you could do it right here if you wanted to for whatever reason, and you won't be booted from the session within that. So definitely get both of these upgrades. You probably start off with the staff upgrade. You'll be fine within that, but don't run this business without any of the upgrade. Yep. So that's the managed staff. Research, resupply. We talked about doing that. So the cell missions itself, most people say these generally suck because you'll have like an insurgent that you'll have to take to a drop off. You can do that, which surprisingly didn't take me too long to do because there's 1.7 miles. That was one drop off. It's not like with the insurgent where you go to 5 drop offs and fight off Merryweather waves at each one before you can move on to the next one. That was not so bad in multiplayer, which once this increases all the way, you can sell this up to about $1 million+ per hour. It's going to generate you about $75,000 to about $100,000. Yes, about in that range. And always sell when you go to sell the stock. Always sell to Los Santos for more money, not Blaine County. And again, the high demand bonus, if you don't remember that, 1 to 2% bonus for every single player in a public lobby. That'll get you a lot more within that. So generally, you'll get one cell vehicle. So the insurgent mission, not too bad. The Merryweather waves, not bad, unless if you're selling with like multiple people and multiple vehicles, then it freaking sucks. Then it's time consuming. Yes. The Dune FAV, make sure you don't get multiple vehicles of that one because solo you're never gonna do that one, but it's not quite that bad. Only 5 drop offs with that one to do solo. And then there's like the monster truck one of that. I kind of hate that one, but that's not too bad. That'll probably take you the least amount of time to do out of all of these cell missions. That was not bad. It just sucks because you have to ride up those hills within that. Merryweather choppers are going to be shooting at you, but you're in a monster truck, you're flipping around, you're doing all of this stuff. They're not really going to kill you too much unless you just suck at driving within that. That's not too bad. Now, just like with the MC businesses, do not let this bar, and it has that little stock value, don't let that get more than about one fits full if you don't want multiple cell vehicles like the insurgent or doing FAV. But if you want to earn the max amount of that, do it with friends and then let these do it. But those missions are going to suck even more. So solo, you're going to get like about $75,000 to about $100,000 per hour, one vehicle. I managed to get about almost 2.5 bars, and I got lucky that I got the insurgent mission, only one vehicle, and all I had to do was drive 1.7 miles to a drop-off. That's all I had to do. Granted, I did it in an invite-only lobby because I didn't want to chant that in the public lobby if I had multiple vehicles. Yeah, so sometimes you can get lucky. You can always get lucky. You can have the full stock level up and only get 2 vehicles. Once you get, I think, above like 2 bars-ish, it's hard to tell really bars in this one. It's almost guaranteed to give you 2 vehicles every single time from now on. But you can get lucky with that. So if worst case scenario, one of these may fill all the way up to 2 bars with both of the upgrades. And that was about, I forget, what was that, like $210,000 that I did solo only by driving 1.7 miles. Yeah, not bad at all. I made 20 sales and earned $1.47 million. Well, you could sell resupply rate with that. Success rate, 89%, 84%. Kind of yikes on that one, but I don't know if that factors in with finding new sessions. Those are usually if things are blown up. But then that's resupply success rate. These are back when I was stealing supplies. That's why it's at 61%. Don't do that. But yeah, good. It's a good method there for selling. Solo, if you want to. It's gonna be better than doing the MC business as solo. But if you want to do it with friends and gain the most amount of money, do it in a public lobby. Wait for fill up that bar completely and then do it. But do note that those missions are gonna suck. Those, as other YouTubers have said, those are probably the worst missions to do. And if they're thinking it's the worst to do solo, oh my god, hang on, my lag. It was lagging out on me. If you're thinking that it's the worst to do solo, that's cap. Oh my god, the lag. Sorry if this lags out on you guys if we end up doing that. So doing that, that's not too bad. I think that they're pretty tolerable doing solo. Yeah. And the next thing that you could do to make money in this one as a passive type of money, but all you have to do is sell, is this right here, the Dune loader. Is sell excess weapon parts. Every about 48 minutes, it will give you a new one of these, and you sell to an ammunition across the map. Anywhere between 1.7, which is the closest, to about 3 to 5 miles. About this, and that's from the Chumash bunker location. Now, this is why exactly that you don't buy why you don't get the free Paleto Bay one, because if you did this, that would probably be about 2 to 3 mile with the closest one, if you get lucky within that one, to about 7 miles. But doing this, delivering this to ammunition, will earn you $50,000. Yes, I'm thinking about doing it here, but I don't want to take that time to do it. So, and all of these business guides are going to be updated in the future. I will add footage of me doing that in there just for proof. $50,000 every 48 minutes. All you have to do is respawn in there and do it. First time you do it, I believe you get, I forget if it's $200,000 or if it's $150,000 the first time that you do it. That's really great. Good job. Yeah, that's a really good money if you need quick money. You just do that. It's pretty easy. The AI isn't really much of a threat. Do be careful. They will try to ram you in with this one. This is not. This vehicle tends to spin out sometimes, but I get lucky within that. Do not let it face sideways or straight forward, because the AI will activate aimbot and you will die within that. But the AI is usually not too bad. They will chase you down practically the entire way, even after you kill the first initial wave of that. Not too bad, easy to deal with, but $50,000, way worth it for a passive income. This is a more passive income method. Really great addition to this. I like this. And this with the addition of the export mixed goods from the CEO office, combined every 48 minutes, $100,000. Goated. Yes, this is really good. I'm glad they added this to here. It's not the only feature of this, the last feature of this bunker than that. So I do recommend doing that every now and then. When you do that, free $50,000. Yes, that one time. Down here, I forget where I do. I think it's down there. I honestly forget where you can place it, but you can hold your mobile operation center in here as well. That serves as a storage place for that. Yes, pretty cool. Yeah, the bunker, it's big. It's huge. Actually, I think MOC goes right here, actually, now that I think about it. Right behind this bunker vehicle workshop. What? Oh, okay. And all right, this is where you can modify some of the. Okay, I just never knew about that feature of it. But you can hold your mobile operation center in here, which if you don't know what that one is, you go to here, MOB, about $1.2 million, and you can hold in one car that you want, and you'll be adding. It's almost like holding within a car, and like a goated like terabyte where you can like I think upgrade some things. in there. I know you can hold, I think, a personal vehicle, and you can hold a few like the the anti-aircraft thing in there. You could do that in there. I haven't purchased that yet. I'll look into whether that one's worth it, but you can definitely store that in here. So that's pretty much wrapping up the bunker. Yes, the selling part was like complicated, but once you get that down, it's easy. Uh, Basically, to set that up, try not to do the research too much. Just fast track the research. I know it's a lot, but do that. Just sell the stock when you can, and sell the export goods when you can. Yeah, $50,000 each. Pretty good method and worth the $2 million. Yeah, that's all that I have for this. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. My name is Hectic. I'll see you guys in the next one.